The following program may contain strong language and mature content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and peace and blessings to you. It's a great day. It's a blessed day. And if you don't know anything else on this day, know that you deserve to be blessed. Hey. Look, uh, good evening, good evening, good evening, and peace and blessings to you. It's a great day. It's a blessed day. It's a Monday. I know. Y'all are probably thinking, here he come again. Here I go again. Here I go again. Look, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are here. It is a wonderful Monday. I thank you all for coming in. Tonight, we're going to talk about meeting them in the streets. I know. You're probably thinking, okay, Titan, what is this all about? But let me tell you something. Sometimes you got to meet them in the streets, and that's going to be our topic tonight. That's going to be our thought tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you in. It is the Titan Capri Experience, right? I want you to come in, like, follow, subscribe, hit the buttons, thumbs up, hearts. I want you to do all of that stuff. I want you to come in and let me know that you're in the building. Come talk to me. You can talk to me. You can talk to me. You can talk to me. Look, ladies and gentlemen, it has been crazy here in the city of Houston. It has been temperatures beyond 100. The feel like temperature, rain has come, and then it cools it down for a minute, and then the asphalt get hot, and then it's hotter than hot again. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all take care of yourself. Be careful. Make sure that you are keeping yourself cool, not staying out in the heat. But I am going to tell you, do get out in the sun. Get out in the sun and have a little moment. Get out in the sun and feel a little bit, right? That's what I want you to do. Now, don't stay out there too long because you could burn. You can burn. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm glad that you all are here. Why don't you tap a friend and tell a friend to come see me? Come see me over here at YouTube Live. Y'all know y'all want to check me out. All right. So really quickly, over the weekend, I had a wonderful weekend. And the reason I'm saying that it was a wonderful weekend because it was an eye opener for a lot of things in my life and things that I'm doing and how I'm trying to move forward. And so I just wanted to say that to the individual that met with me on Saturday, I really appreciate you. You are a blessing. I know I've already told you this, but I just wanted to say it on the show to let people know that sometimes it doesn't take a whole lot of business. It doesn't take a whole lot of, up and down and back and forth. It just takes a little listening and some care, right, to get you to that point. So I want to say that. And then lastly, I want to say, take a moment, right, and just breathe. Just love yourself for a moment and just love yourself. Because we're going to get on into this show tonight. Y'all, this show is going to be a good one. I got some things I need to talk about. I got some things I want to say. So y'all just make sure that y'all stay here with me. All right. So let's go ahead and let's talk about, did you know? Did you know? Did you know? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I had to take the glasses off, okay? I know y'all coming on back. I had to take the glasses off. So did you know, right? Did you know that HIV is not a crime? So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say this to you because People say all the time that it's a crime. People are trying to kill you. People are trying to do this. And y'all know I can only bring it to you the way that I can bring it to you. And that's truthful, right? That's straight up what it is. People always say this and don't really realize that they're criminalizing, right? HIV. Some of us don't know how we got it. Some of us found out that we got it from somebody. Some of us was manipulative. It's a whole lot of things that's going on. But HIV is not a crime. You cannot prosecute me, right, for having HIV. Now, let me preface this, right? Because people are going to say, "Oh, well, Titan, HIV can be a crime if somebody deliberately did such and such." That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just the fact of you having HIV. It's not a crime. You are not a criminal because you're HIV positive. And I had someone say that to me this weekend, and I'm saying, wait, what? What? So did you know that HIV is not a crime? So I want to give just a little background to it because I always got to give some info so that we can make sure that we understand this can go further than just tonight. Okay. So what is HIV criminalization? HIV criminalization laws criminalize the transmission of or perceived exposure to HIV and other infectious diseases, right? So it's basically what the law says is that you deliberately tried to do this, knowingly that you were HIV positive, or that you had syphilis, or you had gonorrhea, chlamydia, whatever it may be, and you purposely went over to someone and gave it to them, even though, right, even though you knew that you were positive or you knew that you were reactive, right? And then it says here in the 1980s, HIV criminalization laws became widespread across the United States. Today, such laws continue to be used. Did you hear what I just said? Today, such laws continue to be used to prosecute people living with HIV for a variety of behaviors, though there is limited evidence that doing so curbs HIV transmission. So back in the day, they were putting people in jail or criminalizing those with HIV because they thought it would curb the transmission. They thought it would stop the epidemic, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight I want you to think about HIV criminalization. Have you spoken to this before? Because I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, we are out here talking about HIV criminalization to our own people and not even knowing that we're doing it. Not even knowing that you're doing it. I'm in the middle of a group session and somebody says, we're talking about monkeypox. Well, they were talking about monkeypox. I wasn't talking about it because I was just like, you know what? Monkeypox, whopox, soccerpox, protect yourself. Make sure that you're good and know what it is, right? You can't just go off of what you see on the internet. You can't just go off of what you think. You can't just say da 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 da. What you want to do is educate yourself and make sure that you have what you need. Y'all with me? Okay. So I want to say this because what you do is you put stigma on, you make people not want to be forthcoming. You make people want to hide. You make people want to, have revenge. You make people want to do. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I've been HIV positive for 17 years, and I have never used my HIV status as a weapon. I've never tried to put it on it. But that doesn't mean that I got to explain myself to you. That doesn't mean that I got to tell you, oh, well, woo, 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 woo. No, no, no. What I'm saying is HIV is not a crime. You cannot put me in jail or under the jail or put me in isolation because you think that I'm doing something that's against nature, really, right? That I'm doing something vindictive or nasty. These are the words that I heard, and I said, "Wait, y'all, wait, what?" Now I'm gonna tell you all something. I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't have the wording. I didn't have the verbiage. I didn't have the push, right, to be able to tell you what I'm telling you tonight. And so I want to tell you that HIV is not a crime. I'm HIV positive, right? I'm thriving in my HIV status. My status does not control me. I control it, right? Because let me tell you something. You want to sit up here and tell somebody all day long, oh, well, you're doing this. If you don't tell somebody your status, then you hide it from them and you're trying to get them, you're trying, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to manipulate nobody. But you can't criminalize me for thinking of my own safety. So there was a situation where I um, came in contact with someone, and I'm putting it like this because I want y'all to see how iffy this was, right? I came in contact with someone, and the person called themselves, and I'm gonna speak a little old school because I'm reminiscing of my grandmother tonight, trying to court me, trying to court me, right? And so they were like, da da da, da. And then so a friend of theirs told them, well, you better be careful because he has the package, right? Now, I don't know if some of y'all are old school like me and y'all remember that. The gift that keeps on giving, the package, he had the alphabets. It was all this kind of stuff back in the day. And so he came to me and he was like, I can't believe that you're trying to kill me. I can't believe that you would do this to me. I thought you were better than, other people. Y'all are always lying. And I was like, bruh, I don't know you from a can of paint. I just met you. And as we all know, I can't transmit HIV to you by just standing next to you. You feel what I'm saying? A little different than monkeypox, right? But what I'm saying is at that time, he was like, well, da 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 da. And I said, oh no, sir. That's not what that is. That's not how you do that. You don't sit up here and push me into a corner and telling me that I better tell you whatever it is because somebody whispered in your ear and told you something different. That's not what it is. But he had already made a criminal out of me because I was HIV positive and I didn't tell him up front. I don't know you from a can of paint, bro. I don't know if you're going to try to kill me. I don't know what you're going to try to do. You understand what I'm saying? It's a little different today because today my HIV status is on my social media and pretty much everyone knows what my HIV status is because I talk about it all the time. However, back then, I wasn't talking like that. And he basically said to me that I tried to kill him. How did I try to kill you and I'm just standing next to you? So this is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. You criminalizing people. I remember when I was first diagnosed, nobody wanted to drink after me. Well, let me say this. I don't drink after nobody like that, right? But you know how you use utensils and cups and stuff like that. Nobody wanted to do things like that. And it's funny because sometimes it was your own family because they didn't know, they were not educated on what it was. So they criminalized me already, right? And you're trying to say in Titan, well, that's not really criminalization. Yes, it is, because you're putting me behind bars. You're telling me that I can't touch this, I can't do that. And if I do, then you got to discard it and throw it away. You understand what I'm saying? And so sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, we have to understand what we're doing. HIV is not a crime, but it's a crime for you to bring that stigma, that hurt, that shame, that guilt, and all of that stuff to the party, right? To make me feel some kind of way. I hope I got y'all on that. I hope I got y'all on that. HIV is not a crime. I want you to say it with me again. HIV is not a crime. Not a crime, right? HIV is not a crime. Everybody is not out here trying to get you. Everybody's not out here trying to make you suffer. And everybody's not out here trying to kill you because they're HIV positive. Y'all with me? Look, y'all, HIV is not a crime. What I want you to do, whatever state that you're in, I want you to look up the laws around HIV, the HIV criminalization laws. Look them up. Because you'd be surprised at what they are. So you mean to tell me that I'm just living my life doing what I'm doing but with myself, right? And because I'm HIV positive, I should be locked up. I should be put away. Y'all, I'm not telling y'all this because it's something that I don't know. I'm telling y'all this because I've heard this with my own ears and I've seen it on TV and I see it in our laws, right? Be careful. Be careful. You may know someone who's HIV positive. And ladies and gentlemen, it is not easy when the world tells you that you're a criminal. Okay? Peace and blessings on that. Peace and blessings on that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into, wait a minute, do I need to woosah just for a second? Okay. I'm gonna count to 5 and I want y'all just to woosah for a moment, okay? Because that's kind of heavy, right? Because I told the person, I said, so I'm your friend. I know you. Well, Titan, you're not like them. Well, who is them? You understand what I'm saying? And I don't like when people do that because people say all the time, well, this, them, and that. But hold up. Am I not them? Am I not the same person? So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to take a moment and think about, are you criminalizing individuals who are HIV positive. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Hold up. Are you criminalizing individuals? Look what happened. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. Look, I got a little happy for a second. But I want you to think about that. Think about, are you making the space or the place conducive, right? Are you making it a easy place to be open and honest with you? Or are you criminalizing the individual because they have HIV or because they have an STI? You do know that those things, can happen, right? You do know that you really don't have to do a whole lot, right? So my thing is, we got to be careful with the language that we use. We got to be careful with how we treat everyone. We got to be careful how we bundle everybody into one lump, right? We got to be careful with that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Did You Know? Let's go ahead on and get into this thought, because I want to talk to y'all about meeting them in the streets. Yes, today's thought. I want you to meet them in the streets. Meet them in the streets. Now, ladies and gentlemen, so I got a story, right? I always have a story. So I want to talk about how I am Titan Capri in 2022, the mild-mannered Clark Kent, right? The mild-mannered Black Clark Kent, right? Not too long ago, I had I don't even want to say it was an incident. I want to say that we were talking. I was talking with someone, and they were telling me how I'm an angry Black man. And I know this is weird, y'all, but this is what I said to this, right? The thing is, we always want to call somebody this or that or so forth and so on. You know what I mean? And the reality of it is that I'm not an angry Black man, but when I stood my ground, all of a sudden I became the angry Black man. And so what I want to tell you is that sometimes you got to meet them in the street. You got to meet them. I'm gonna get to the story, but you got to meet them in the streets. Sometimes you got to do that. You know what I'm saying? And let them know what's going on. Let them know where you're at. Right? Because sometimes you can't talk to somebody behind the screen door, behind a locked door in your living room when they out in the streets. Sometimes you got to get out in the streets with them so they understand where you're coming from. You feel me? So this guy sits up here and tells me that he's going to do all of this, and this. He's popping off at the mouth. And I'm your mild-mannered Clark Kent. But what I told him was, you don't get to step on my toes. You don't get to do me any kind of way and feel that that's right. You feel me? I'm normally quiet. I'm normally going to give it to you. And I'm always going to be truthful and honest with you. So I was truthful and honest with him. And then he all of a sudden going to start popping off and, this and that, and Titan, you leading people on and all this other kind of stuff like that. And I was like, bruh, I'm not leading you on. I'm telling you what it is. So he kept going on and on and on, right? And it's funny because now I didn't think that after I spoke on my truth, I didn't think after I told you about my status, I didn't think after I sit here and did an hour-long live about being Black, gay, and positive, that people were going to flock to me. And hold up, y'all. Hold up. This is not me trying to tell you I'm the ish, I'm this, I'm that. I just didn't understand because I thought people were going to leave me alone. Like, because I didn't did all of this. I didn't tell you my truth. I didn't tell you what happened. I told you about the molestation. I told you about the rape. I told you about all this stuff that happened to me. And I thought people were going to leave me alone. But I have had an influx of people hitting up my DMs and approaching me when I'm out and about. I have no problem with it. I like it. Makes me feel a little good. Okay. But I didn't understand. So I turned him down. That's what happened. And then he started flipping. Then he started popping off at the mouth. Then his chest swelled. And I'm not that person, y'all. I'm really not. In 2022, I am not that person, but I can be. So I told him he needs to back up and give me 50 feet. Now, all of a sudden, I'm the angry Black man. You gays kill me. That's what he said. You gays kill me. And I said, oh, well, you're not just trying to holler at me? Look, I don't care about anything else. What you will do is respect who I am. I gave you that respect. I gave you enough respect to tell you that I was not interested, and that's not the route that we're going. I don't care how good it looks, and it probably would have been good too. But I don't care about none of that. What I'm telling to you, what I'm saying to you is that this is where I'm at. And in this moment in my life, I'm not there, right? Say, child, some of these girls think that they are obligated. look, let me tell you, Corey, let me tell you. Y'all, I'm serious because he was the mild mannered Clark Kent in that moment, right? And then as soon as I said, well, no, thank you. Thank you. I'm flattered, but no. The switch went off. And all of a sudden he started going in and this and da-da-da. And see, this is what I don't understand, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are over here trying to talk to people. I was good enough for you 2.2 seconds ago. Now, all of a sudden that I told you no, I rejected you. Now, all of a sudden there's an issue. You feel what I'm saying? And so I in that moment, I was like, okay, all right, Titan, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, Titan? You gonna walk away, or what you gonna do? And I said to myself, and myself say, myself say, go ahead and move. Move around. Because if he starts to pop off, I really don't want to go back to my third ward roots, but I would have to do that if he started to. But here was the thing. He didn't think I was going to say anything. He didn't think I was going to pop right back with him because the way he came at me was like a shark. Now, I might have been, a little bit bark, but he came at me like a shark. But I told him, bro, hold up. I don't know who you playing with right now, but I told you no, and no means no. You don't get to sit here and degrade me. You don't get to sit here and pop off at the mouth about who I am and what I'm doing. Ooh, hold on, tight. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you're going to have to meet them in the streets. You don't have to be mean and nasty and vindictive, but sometimes you're going to have to meet them in the streets. Stop letting people take your kindness for a weakness. Stop letting people use you until they use you up and then they want to throw you away. Stop letting somebody tell you who and what you are. Okay? They never think we'll snap back, but we do. Here's the thing. Back in the day, my cousin told me just after my grandmother's funeral, she said, Titan, I don't see it. I don't see it. You fighting all the time. I just don't see it. And that's what people think. People think that you don't fight. People think that you don't get up. People think that you don't have hands. People think that you don't knuckle up. I'm not saying I'm doing all that. But what I'm saying is you don't get the flex on me. And then he did it in public. Like he was like, what? And this, and that's not me, y'all. That's not me. But I told him, I said, you want me to meet you in the street? Then we meet each other in the street. That's how we going to do this. We're not going to play this game. All of a sudden, I became the angry black man. All of a sudden, my voice was raised according to them, but my voice did not go any higher than it was when I was talking to the gentleman. And I still told him, I said, okay, we good. We good. He kept going on. I said, we good. He kept going on. I said, we good. And then this last time he popped off, I stepped up to his face. We good. Oh, well, Titan, I was just, blah, blah, blah. No, bro, you were just what? What were you doing? What were you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, I had somebody tell me one time that they was gonna, they said, you don't want to play with me because I'm crazy. And I said, oh, okay. But I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Every time I think about it, we gonna box. Every time. I don't care if I'm bloodied, left part of my right leg is gone and my right eye is out. We still gonna box. With every piece of willpower in my body, we gonna box. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not saying I condone violence. I don't condone violence. I don't think that you should just be fighting just to be fighting and all of that stuff like that. But ladies and gentlemen, we gotta stop running in the house, closing the doors, locking the deadbolt, going through 3 other doors and stuff like that. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Kwame. I'm telling you. Look, don't play with me. Don't play with me. I stand over here. I mind my business. I'm the mild-mannered Black Clark Kent. I don't do nothing. Have my glasses on. I'm good to go. That's what I do. That's what I do. That's what I do. I don't want to mess with nobody. I just want to protect my peace and I just want to live. That's what I want to do. And I want to thrive. But you don't get the chance. You don't have the right to call me out and expect me not to respond. Every action has a reaction. And most of the times, ladies and gentlemen, most of the time, I am having a spiritual warfare. That conversation is loud in my head. I mean, if I just flip the table over now, I mean, if I just drag him across the street, I mean, if I just, you know what I mean? Like, you got to be careful. You got to be careful because you know not what you're about to get. And a lot of this comes from me growing up not really knowing that I was gay or understanding that I was gay, but the neighborhood and everybody made sure to let me know every day that I was a punk, a sissy, the F word, all of that stuff. You see what I'm saying? And I had to fight all the time. My mama used to always ask me, why are you fighting? Right? Because everybody wanted to pick on me. I wasn't allowed to have my own life. I wasn't allowed to be able to walk down the street and have a big booty and twist or whatever the case may have been. Because I fought because I have a big booty. I fought because I had on tight jeans. I fought because I was a sissy, a mama's boy. I fought for all those things. None of those things describe me. None of those things are Titan. But I fought for all of those because somebody told me, and my mama told me this, and sure as my name is Titan, my mama said this to me. She said, if they come at you again, you pick up a brick and bust them upside the head. And let me tell you, remember when Linda Gale said, bust them upside, I was already doing that. I was already doing that. I never said I had hands. I just wanted to protect myself and my family and my brother and stuff like that. But people used to always want to pick on me because they thought I was the weak one. They thought because I was a sissy or a punk or whatever the case may have been, I was gay or this or that, then that's it. And I'm saying it like that because that's how they said it to me, with disgust. They felt it was foul to them. But it wasn't foul to me, y'all. It wasn't. It was my life. So I stopped hiding. I stopped standing behind the screen door and behind the wood door with the double locks and the deadbolt. I stopped hiding. Every time they came to me, I met them in the streets. Every time they went low, I met them down low. When they went high, I went high. I met them in the streets. Sometimes you're going to have to meet them in the streets, ladies and gentlemen. And again, I don't condone violence, right? However, I do condone you standing up for yourself. I do condone that you are letting people know that you will not be called everything but the child of God. I do condone the fact that you be heard. And sometimes, hey, classroom management diva, and sometimes you got to make them. Indeed, lady, indeed, indeed. And so when I say this, ladies and gentlemen, y'all ever watch the Hulk, right, on the Avengers? And he told them, he said, see, y'all got it wrong. Y'all got it wrong. Because they were telling him to get angry because the aliens were coming. He said, that's the problem. Y'all got it backwards. I'm always angry. When y'all see me as the mild mannered Clark Kent, that's me calming this down. That's me saying, don't snap. Don't do it. Don't do it, Miss Seeley. Don't trade places where I done been. That's me talking to myself. Because once I let loose, once I let go, it's over. And I don't know what happens. I don't know. You know what I mean? But ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm saying. You are human just like the next person. You deserve to be loved just like the next person. You deserve to live your life and thrive and do the things that God intended for you to do. You deserve to be in your purpose. But when people come at you, when people come to chop you down, you don't have to go run in the corner and hide and cover your eyes until the light comes. Meet them in the streets. Match them with that force. When they come at you, let them know. What you're not going to do, what you're not going to do is that. That's what I'm talking about, meeting them in the streets, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to be mean. I don't think you have to, I don't condone violence, stabbing, shooting, killing. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying meet them in the streets, because there's going to come a time where you're not going to be able to stand in that screen door. You're not going to be able to stand up in the yard while they popping off at you in the streets. You're going to have to get to the street to let them know, don't play with me. I mean business. I'm going to tell you one time and one time only. Done. That's the thing I'm talking about tonight. That's what I'm talking about. All right, ladies and gentlemen, look, I know y'all probably say a type, what? Okay, look, don't do it, Miss Seeley. Don't do it. Don't do it, Miss Seeley. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand that your life is your life, and that you should live it to the fullest. And you cannot let somebody tell you how to live your life when they are sitting up here trying to put you in a box and keep you locked up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know it's time for us. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for, we got to pay some bills. Hey, Kwame, go on and roll that beautiful bean footage. Y'all see me? Look, I'm let's dance to my own music. Look, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you. I love you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about meeting them in the streets, right? Meet them in the streets. Sometimes that's what you got to do. Sometimes what you got to do. Now, look, ladies and gentlemen, the conversation didn't happen, right? The thought process didn't happen. Now, what are you going to do? I'm going to meet you in the streets. That's what I'm going to do. I don't have to put no hands on you. I don't have to cause do no violence or nothing like that. But I'm going to let you know that I'm here, that I am somebody, and you don't get to put me in a box. You don't get to tell me how to act. You don't get to shut me down when I get to asking questions, and you don't get to act a fool with me when I say no. That part. That part. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. Ooh, y'all, I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead on and let's get into this. You better. You better. You better. Yes. Look, ladies and gentlemen, look, you better. And what I want you to understand is you better believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, we got people all around us all the time trying to break us down, tear us down, because their life is not where our life is. Now, look, you may be poor, P-O-O. You may be poor, right? You may not have everything that this person, that person, and all of them have, but believe in yourself. You are rich beyond means. You still got your mind. You still got your body. You still are able to do things. You still are able to wake up in the morning and live. You are still able to be peaceful in your own life. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. I want to give out a shot to everyone that's living their best lives. If you're out there living your life, thriving with whatever's going on. Now, here's the key, ladies and gentlemen. Let me say this. Just because you're ailing, just because you're sick, just because you may not have the money that everybody else has, you may not drive the same type of car. Your car may not have air, right? In this Houston 100-degree heat. That still doesn't mean that you are less than anybody. I want to give a shout out to you for living your life right where you're at. Believing that you are still God's child. Believing that you are great right where you're at. You don't have to ask them for it. You already have it. You don't need validation from them because you already have validation for yourself. Your spirit is in control, right? You don't have to have it from somebody else. I want to say this to whoever this is right here. This is for you. Believe in yourself. I'm giving a shout out to you tonight because you're doing it. You're doing it your way. You're doing it the only way God put you on this earth to do it. You're doing it because your spirit, your purpose is right here. It's in line. Now, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Hold on. For whoever this is right there, you may not see your purpose just yet, but your purpose adjacent. Your purpose is right here. Your purpose is waiting on you, right? You just got to take the blinder off. That's what you got to do. Oh, purpose. That's it. It's simple. But I know that it takes a lot to do that. And I want to say to you tonight that you are worthy of living in your purpose. You are worthy of being purposeful. You are worthy to be loved. You are worthy to thrive in your life. And you are worthy for riches beyond means. Stop letting them tell you where you're at. When you meet them in the streets, you put your feet down in the street and you say, look, look, look. That's it. No, but look, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give a shout out. Believe in yourself. I can't say it enough because we're in a time in this world and in this spirit and in this essence to where everything dark is coming at us. Everything dark is hitting us. And I want to tell you that if you have just the inkling, mustard seed of light, your life, your life, your life. Ladies and gentlemen, I went through some dark times and I had people trying to keep me in those dark times, right? Keep me in that dark space. They didn't want me to grow. They didn't want me to live. They didn't want me to do because they could keep me in that space. And right there, they were good. They had everything. Every time I got paid, they got paid. Every time something happened, they got it. But what happened when my spirit and my purpose aligned? You feel me? Oh, Titan. I don't know if you can see it. I need you to take the blinders off. And it took a little while for it to happen. It took a little while for me to believe in myself. After my diagnosis, after me being diagnosed with AIDS, and then living with HIV now for 17 years, well, excuse me, 15 and a half, right? Because I was first diagnosed with AIDS. The way I became HIV, well, first I have an AIDS diagnosis was because somebody did me wrong. Kept me in a space to where I thought I needed them. I had to have them. I wasn't believing in myself because somebody had told me that I wasn't good. I didn't deserve to have. I didn't deserve to be. So I let everything go on because I never met them in the streets. I never stood up for myself. I never believed in myself. So every time they would pop off, I would go run through the screen door and get behind the door and lock the deadbolt because I didn't understand that I was somebody. I didn't understand that I needed to live. And so tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say, believe in yourself. You have it. It's already there. You just need to grab hold of it. And remember what I said, your purpose adjacent. Your purpose is always right here. It's always right here. There have been times that you question, okay, was that my purpose? I think that was my purpose. I think my purpose just winked at me. That was my purpose. You see what I'm saying? So what I want you to do is to believe in yourself, because believing in yourself will let the blinders come off so purpose can say, hey, you know what I'm saying? Because you're over here, the blinders are stopping purpose, but it's purpose, your purpose adjacent. Believe in yourself and understand that you are a gift. You're supposed to be here. You are a blessing, and therefore you are blessed. And if you're blessed, then you're definitely a blessing, because you've blessed somebody. And I'm gonna say this: through everything you done went through all the hard things that have happened, to all of the beating you down, using and abusing you, you have helped somebody. Your purpose is great, and I just want you to take a moment and let me give you some of my purpose. Pew 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 pew, and you just look, ladies and gentlemen. I love the fact that we are able to communicate and understand. But I want to tell you that your purpose, your purpose, your purpose, your purpose is great. It's great. Oh Lord. Ooh. Y'all trying to get me. Hold on. Y'all trying to get me. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna be totally honest with you tonight. I almost gave this up. Some things have happened in the last couple of months that has really, really had me open my eyes and had me to understand that I gotta keep moving in my purpose and living my life for me, thriving in my diagnosis and doing the things that make me happy. Because what'll happen is that you will allow the darkness to creep in, and the darkness will grab a hold of you and continuously drag you down. Then you'll run into somebody that's all about the darkness, mean and nasty and vindictive. That'll bring you down. Then you'll run into somebody else that helped build you up just a little bit, only to smack you down. And then there you go, you're going further down. I want you to know that you are a blessing. You should be here. I had to have somebody tell me that, to remind me of the powerful man that I am. And regardless if I tell you, or if I am a Black gay man who is HIV positive, that doesn't mean that I can't do anything that I set my mind to. What that means is that's who I am, and that's all I can be. In the words of Salt and Pepper, and I don't give a damn if your eyes can't see. That part, that part. Believe in yourself, right? Because I want you to understand that belief in yourself will take you a long way, a long way. Ooh, y'all playing with me tonight. Y'all playing with me tonight. Because I'm telling you, y'all try to give me a little teary-eye, ooh, trying to get me. Look, ladies and gentlemen, your life is meant to live. And sometimes it doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to be big and huge. It could be the small things that make the difference, right? Please, 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 please believe in yourself and know that. And look, let me tell you something. If you ever want a little pick me up, if you ever want a little upliftment, if you ever want some of my essence, come on over. Come talk to me. Come talk. Now y'all know I like to eat, so we're gonna go get some dinner. We're gonna go get something to eat. I'm good. I'm good. Y'all hit me up. Hit me up. Hit me up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna move on because tonight's show has been good for me. I can be able just to talk, but I want to talk about. I want to give y'all my final thought. Let me go and give you that final thought. So my final thought is this. It's going to be a accumulation of everything I talked about tonight. But my final thought is know who you're dealing with to understand where to meet them. Ladies and gentlemen, we allow people into our lives and we don't know where to meet them. We don't know where in the heck we're going to meet them. We think that they're up on the roof, but they're on the second floor. We think they're in the basement, but they're on the first floor. We think that they're out in the yard, but they 2 streets over. We don't know where to meet them. But if you believe in yourself and you understand that you are great and that you are blessed and you're living in your purpose, they're going to have to meet you, right? And it's okay if they can't meet you. It's all right if they can't meet you, but know who you're dealing with so you know where to meet them. Know who you're dealing with so you can set some expectations for this person, this place, or this thing. You can make sure you do that. Know who you're dealing with, because it will be a sad thing for you to think that you're dealing with somebody in the living room and they all the way in the backyard against the fence. You feel what I'm saying? Or it could be vice versa. You all the way in the backyard at the fence and they're in your living room just running amok, tearing stuff up. You understand what I'm saying? Know who you're dealing with so that you know where to meet them. And then again, you may have to meet them on their floor. This floor might not have nothing to do with you. But in order for you to get your point across, in order for you to make them understand, in order for you to stop having to go and explain, in order for you to come out of that box, you might have to meet them on that floor. You might have to meet them there and let them know. Again, I don't condone violence. But sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to stand your ground. People just can't use you how they want to use you and then feel like they can just do it whenever they want to. That's not how that works. That's not how that goes. I told someone some years ago, we had a, oh, hey, Barbara, happy birthday. And I appreciate you as well. I appreciate you as well. I had an interaction with someone and I told this person that, this changes everything for us, right? We'll never be the same, right? And the person was like, what do you mean? This and this and this and that. And I said, no. You don't get, right, to come into my house. You don't get to disrupt my peace and run amok and think that you're going to be good the next day. That's not how that works. Now, see, ladies and gentlemen, I used to do that. You could run amok, cause havoc, turn stuff over, shake the table, do all of that stuff. And I'd be like, oh, kumbaya. Yeah. Oh, no. Those days are gone. I said to this person, this changes everything for us. And I don't know if we'll never be the same again or ever. And they looked at me like, what? But that's real. That's real. You took it upon yourself to be mean and nasty and vindictive to me, and then tried to call it out as if you were right. And then when you found out you were wrong, you didn't want to come and say anything. And even if you apologize, that still doesn't mean anything. So I said to them, I thank you for the apology. Not that I'm going to forget. But what I said to them was, this changes everything for us. We'll never be the same. So thank you for the apology. People were like, well, Titan, how can you be like that? Well, how could you do them like that? Well, why would you do them like that? And I said, so you're going to get upset with me for telling someone the truth after they done ran amok in my house? And y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in my spirit. I'm talking about in my life. I'm talking about in my very essence. You disrupted my peace. You came at me with both barrels, but I wasn't the culprit. I wasn't the one. When I told you in the beginning that I wasn't the one, but you couldn't take that. You had to take it and keep running with it. And I said to you in that moment, we done. Stick a fork in me. We are done. Okay? Y'all know how y'all set the temperature on your oven and that bell goes off, bing. When it gets to the right temperature, I'm done. I'm done. Do I have any part? No, I don't. And people were like, well, Titan, you should do this. And you, what? No. What am I doing? So I don't get the right to be angry. I don't get the right to be upset. I don't get the right to feel like somebody did me wrong. And I don't get the right to voice it. I don't get the right to tell you what route I'm going in my life. I don't get to protect my peace. Ladies and gentlemen, put your foot down. Tell them what you're not going to do. And watch how these good friends of yours start to fall off and trickle away. Let them know that they can't run over you anymore. Let them know that they can't borrow money and don't give it back. Let them know that they can't keep using you for what you have. Let them know that they can't keep using you to get into clubs and do all this other kind of stuff like that, and they don't never want to give anything back. Let them know they can't keep just taking from you and not giving you anything in return. And watch what happens. Oh, I meant those words. We will never be the same. And I don't even know if we'll ever talk again. That's real talk. I had another incident where I had to tell somebody, y'all have to give me a moment. And I don't know how long that moment is going to be, but y'all have to give me a moment. Because right now, y'all acting a fool in the street. And I want to meet you in the street, but I'm trying to keep my composure because I don't want to go that route. I'm protecting my peace. But what I will tell you is that you will never get the chance again. That I do know. We done. My cutoff game is strong now in 2022 because I'm not dealing with all that. I'm trying to live my life, mine. And I don't get the right to protect my peace. Know who you're dealing with, ladies and gentlemen, so you know what floor, what street, what driveway, what porch, what screen door that you need to be on with them. Because you can't treat everybody the same. You can't have everybody to do what the next person does. Some people you got to meet in the street. Some people you got to meet the backyard. Some people you got to meet on the porch. And some people you can't even let near your house. That's just true. Honesty. Honesty. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all for tuning in. I want to say this before I go. No matter what happens in your life, no matter what you go through, protect your peace. Protect your peace. Focus on your peace, which is your spirit. Focus on your peace, which is your spirit. I don't want to be angry and mean and nasty. I don't want to be upset all the time. But ladies and gentlemen, we got to be careful of who we let in, because once we let them in, it's hard to get them out. And if you don't know where to meet them, then you might get stuck. 6 months, a year, 3 years, who knows? Who knows? Protect your peace. Protect your peace. Ladies and gentlemen, HIV is not a crime. Don't let nobody tell you that it's a crime. It is not a crime, right? But there are criminalization laws out there that will make you think that it is a crime because people are, quote unquote, trying to transmit HIV to you, right? Ladies and gentlemen, we got to be careful with that. And then also, too, HIV is not a crime. Watch your words. Watch how you talk to people. Watch what you say to people. You can't sit up here and tell me just because I'm HIV positive that I'm infectious. You know what I'm saying? That I'm going to do this or I'm trying to kill you like the guy told me. You can't do that. That's putting me back in a box. That's putting me behind bars. All because I told you no. All because somebody said to you that he got the package. Those were the words, right? And remember that when you meet people, sometimes you got to meet them in the streets. Sometimes you got to meet them in the streets. Believe in yourself and protect your peace. And protect your peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know I got a little crazy with that, but look, this is what I want to do because I feel good tonight. I'm sitting here, I'm talking to y'all, and we're having a good old time. I think I want to groove. I haven't grooved in a while, and I think I just want just a little bit of a groove. How about that? Y'all ready? I think I heard you say that you was ready. Let's go. Let's get it. Sit it, ta 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 ta. Sit it, ta 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 ta. Zoom, ta 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 doom ta doom ta doom doom ta 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 doom ta doom ta doom doom ta 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 doom ta doom ta doom TCE. It's my experience, y'all. Look, y'all, I love y'all. I appreciate you. Peace and blessings to you. I can't wait to see you on next Monday. But remember, it's a Titan Capri Experience where every Monday is an experience. Y'all come on back now. You hear? Until next time.